Today in Phoenix, Arizona, a city official scandal hits the headlines, a senator faces Cold War-style scrutiny, and more. Stay tuned. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark, right here in Phoenix. All right, let's dive in. First up, we've got a case that's stirring quite the pot in Avondale. Jeanette Garcia, a far-right Avondale City Council member with a lively social media presence, is facing a lawsuit. She's accused of attempting to bribe a coworker for sex and kidnapping his teenage daughter after being turned down. This incident reportedly occurred a year ago. Garcia, who has a history of controversial remarks, including calling Tom Hanks a pedo on X, formerly Twitter, was allegedly intoxicated during the event. The lawsuit, filed by an anonymous father and daughter, also involves Turning Point and Avondale due to Garcia's employment with them. Well, folks, it seems like Garcia's defense needs more than just a language lesson. Moving on, let's transition to this. Next up, we're talking about Senator Mark Kelly. The Department of Defense is investigating him for a video he appeared in, encouraging military personnel to refuse illegal orders. This video was released on November 18th and has been labeled as seditious behavior by President Donald Trump. Kelly, a retired Navy captain and former NASA astronaut, could potentially face a military trial. This situation echoes Cold War-era McCarthyism, where perceived enemies were targeted as threats to national security. Looks like someone forgot the memo that history shouldn't repeat itself. All right, next topic. Let's keep this train moving. In Phoenix, Officer Joshua Woodcock is facing felony charges after a high-speed crash back in March. Woodcock was driving at 89 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone, resulting in injuries. He's been charged with aggravated assault and endangerment, and his arraignment is coming up on December 3rd. This incident raises significant concerns about accountability within law enforcement. Woodcock, who has been involved in 14 use-of-force incidents since 2018, has become the focal point of discussion about police conduct. Call it like it is, folks. Speed and safety don't mix, especially not in uniform. Shifting gears, let's pivot to the next story. And now for something completely different. Martin Hernandez, a Phoenix activist and union organizer, was arrested by Mesa police for trespassing while filming ICE activity. Hernandez claims his arrest was an attempt to prevent him from documenting law enforcement actions. Released 5 hours later following community protests, Hernandez's case has drawn attention from local officials and advocacy groups who argue that his rights were violated. This arrest highlights ongoing tensions between law enforcement and immigrant rights activists in the area. Well, that's one way to look at it. Silencing the cameras won't silence the conversation. Let's pivot to the next story. Last up, residents of Brentwood Estates in Phoenix are rallying against the development of a new Joey Biltmore restaurant. The proposed site at 31st Street and Camelback Road has raised concerns about increased traffic, noise, and insufficient parking. The neighborhood's opposition underscores broader issues around urban development in affluent areas. The rezoning application was filed in October, and the community, led by resident Colleen Resch-Goretti, is voicing their concerns loudly. The proposed restaurant would cover a 10,300 square foot area, but falls short of the required parking spaces by city standards. When it comes to development, let's not overcomplicate this. The community's voice should be the main course. Let's tie a bow on that. And that's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark here in Phoenix. Keep your chin up and join us again tomorrow.